I believe that we are God's treasure, God's gift. And I believe in this night season that God is allowing us to discover not only just who He is, but who we are. Man, I'm so excited about what God is doing, and we have a special guest that we're going to bring on shortly concerning daily bread. I come on here because when I look at the media, I look at Facebook, I look at Instagram, every day, all they have is negative things and negativity on there. And so the majority of it is negativity. So I come with daily bread, daily inspiration, daily faith, daily information, because I believe it's our faith that is fed, our and the information that we're led by that creates the positive outcome in our lives. So I come here noon for daily bread, and we won't hold you long. We'll drop the mic, but we have some positive things for you and some uplifting and some energizing things that you should receive. One of the things that we overlook the most is our conversations and the people that talk to us and are added to us and speak into our lives. That everything about us is about a sound, is about a voice, is about somebody speaking to us, calling us something or calling us out of something. And I tell people that words are so powerful because we respond to a word, which is your name. And for most of us, we didn't name ourselves. All of us, we didn't name ourselves unless you got to 18 and you said, I don't like my name, and you legally changed your name, but you still stuck with the last name on paperwork, the first name on paperwork. So even our name, someone name us, someone call us. And so with all of this social distancing and everything that's happening and all of this negativity, I was on Facebook earlier and all I saw was people dying. I saw people talking about racism and hatred and what Trump isn't doing and what this politician isn't doing and what this person said. And it's sad because all of that negativity on there is causing people that need information the most to go back to Instagram or silly things just to occupy their time. Now I said that because it's time out for us to lack the environment that produces the wisdom that we need for the positive outcomes. And so I have a special guest today, Latoya Sheffield, and she's going to come because to me, she represents those that are still on the front line. She represents those that are taking care of the sick, and even even at the expense and the jeopardy of themselves. And so she's on the front line. She's in the medical field and she's been working. And I just wanted to bring you on because I wanted to celebrate today all those that can't be quarantined, all those that can't not go to work and cannot service people. Because if you all stop helping us, then where will our help come from? I saw earlier where another healthcare worker went to the hospital to get help. Now she's servicing people that need help, but because she wasn't famous, because she wasn't rich, because she wasn't known or knew someone, they turned her away several times. And I believe that the only reason she contracted the disease basically is because she was servicing someone that didn't even know they had it or had it, but she had to service them to save them. So now it reminds me of how you all are on the front line, but we're not making, I need to say this, and I need to say this, and we're not making you all a priority. It's baffling to me, just like how good people pay the price for bad people. The more you give, the more people take, and the less they give you back. And so I need y'all to hear me, because today we're celebrating those that cannot stop their lives because of life.
Amen.
And so please talk to us and tell us what it's like to be on the front line. Tell us what it's like to literally stare death in its face, and yet you have to believe that you wore the proper material just to protect your life and not go home while you're taking care of another life. And how in the world do we have the audacity to
Amen.
turn or not to treat you all with respect? Go ahead.
Amen. Good morning, all. Thank you for having me. Um, on that note, me as being a frontline and essential worker that that went into the field knowingly wanting to help and put my health as well as my family's health in jeopardy. Um,
Mm-hmm.
to go, a lot of people don't know the ins and outs. All of they know is they show up for their care, but
Mm.
it's a lot of precautions that frontline workers, essential workers have to take. It is not just checking in, coming, checking you in and checking you out. We have to deal with direct contact of patients who don't know that they're sick, or even sometimes know that they're sick and won't properly inform us that they're sick. So we have to show all continuous empathy and compassion. So I can't be standoffish with a
Mm-hmm.
patient, because this is what I do, care and concern. So we give hugs, we give talks, we catch nosebleeds, just all type of things to go unappreciated for putting my life and my family's life on the line, saying, I heard a lot of people saying this is what you signed up for. um this
Ignorance.
we did not sign up for the pandemic that we know of today. We signed up because we care for people. We care and we love our communities and we want to serve. But also in serving people, people should consider us and do the right thing as far as being informative of your health and your whereabouts, and just common courtesy.
Now, hold it, because you said something, and I just want to jump in for a second, and that's my favorite phrase: jump in, jump out. I just want to jump in for a second because there's two important things, the very important things, and one of the things is that when people when people should show the same compassion towards you all as you show towards the sick people. And even and so what you're saying is that your care is not just the medicine or the medical side that you present or give to the client or to the patient or to the one that's ailing. What you're telling me is that along with the medical side, the medicine side, there is a loving side, and the loving side and the touching side and the caring side is what really helps the medicine work.
Exactly.
Because now,
And
depending on what it is, you have to touch them and be with them, even when their own families can't.
exactly, yes.
And so now, the same respect, I love what you said, the same respect that you're giving them by risking your life, other people need to show you all the same respect.
Yes.
And so it's crazy because our mentality is so backwards. Our mentality is, and it's offensive, really, for someone to say, "This is what you signed up for." This is not what you signed up for. If they said that the coronavirus was coming in 2020, back in March or February, do you sign up for that based upon your job occupation or qualifications or responsibility? You would have cut, even though you saved. You would have said, "Heck no."
Amen.
And so you have ignorant people that are not on the front line risking their lives, watch this, to take care of people. And normally the people that say that, they live any kind of way anyway, though.
Right.
So go ahead and tell us and talk about even how your job and how the changes that you had to make, and you went from one change to another change just to uh, uh, just to help people, and not only to help people but also to take care of your family, because sometimes they don't realize that when you're laying your life on the line and you get sick, now you are taking care of a sick person, and now you have to find someone to take care of you.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So for me, I'm like what you call a dual essential worker. So I work
Mhm.
in actual healthcare in the hospital, and also I do my own home private care on the side. So um I also had a private care client that was going through hospice, and her family reached out to me to be of aid and assistance to them in her last days, as far as properly caring for her. Now that's a whole nother thing in itself, of being
Mhm.
in another entity of a caregiving perspective, as far as the assisted living home that I had to there go to every day to just, pray for her, talk to her, change her, to just comfort her, and as well as her family. People there weren't even considerate, as far as for the clients or for us, as far
Mhm.
as doing proper hand washing, covering your mouth, disinfecting. It's just like, you know like, people will take it for granted, shall I say, that her family was just so grateful, because you know in this time of a pandemic, like you said, Bishop, would you sign up for it? If someone comes to you and say, I need you right now to care for my loved one, I don't, you don't know where they're going or where they're coming from, so you don't know what type of precautions the environment you're going to has been taken. So every day you
Now
subject
that's
yourself.
powerful. That's powerful because now you're going into environments to help people that you're not
Exactly.
even aware of if they're taking this serious.
Exactly. And so every
And, mm-hmm,
so you go into this I say an unknown environment to continue
mm-hmm,
to show your love, compassion, care, concern for another family. While in the same instance, before once you get off and come home, you have to then like desanitize. You have to, strip down from those environment clothing, and and disinfect yourself so you won't infect now your home.